Tankers, we invite you to the Update 1.16.1 Common Test. There, you will be able to play the updated Frontline, test the mechanics of an additional temporary Battle Pass chapter, check the improved outlining of vehicles and interface of the trade-in mechanics, as well as test yourself in the art of strategy, with more information about this mode available in another video. Important: all changes except for the improved outlining will be available later after the release of Update 1.16.1, but you can already test these mechanics. Frontline is back. The mode is no longer tied to events and stages. It will be launched at the end of Battle Pass so that you can earn even more progression points and even more credits. Let's discuss the changes. The comfortable same-tier battles in Tier 8 vehicles return with the next launch. The Craftwork map received a number of balance fixes that will make gameplay on it more comfortable. Cover was added and some positions were reworked on the first baseline. The time of base capture was reduced. On the second line, we increased the number of positions for attack, thanks to which the path to the guns became more accessible. Positions for attack were changed on the third line for the attacking side to act more decisively before the final push. The order of reserve upgrade for SPGs and reserves themselves were changed. For example, the effectiveness of artillery strike was improved. Smokescreen now additionally provides penalties to skills of enemy tank crew within the screen. The vehicle rental system has been changed. Instead of the weekend offer, daily discounts will appear on all days of the stage, except for the first one. You will be able to rent vehicles at discounted prices, and the fully trained crew will become an enjoyable bonus to it. We're sure these changes will let Frontline become even better and more interesting. And now there's a new feature that will add more comfort while aiming. It is the improved vehicle outlining. Now when aiming at the enemy vehicle, a color highlighting will appear within its contour to show which part of the tank is hidden behind cover. A full highlighting means that the vehicle is behind an impenetrable obstacle, a rock, a vehicle wreck, a building, or a terrain element. You can't penetrate them with any shell. Broken highlighting means that a shell can penetrate the obstacle but will lose part of its armor penetration. This relates to APCR, armor-piercing, and high-explosive shells. If you fire at such an obstacle with the heat shell, it will destroy the object but won't travel further. The obstacles that are penetrated by any shell type and don't affect armor penetration won't be highlighted. In cases when the enemy tank is behind several types of cover at once, the priority will be given to impenetrable ones. This will help you understand when firing is not worth it. You will also have the option of choosing between two outlining types. Currently, when you aim at the enemy vehicle, the outlining of its contours encompassing all its additional details appear, even those that shells can't interact with. Machine guns on turrets, fuel tanks, and other similar elements. This is not always convenient and hampers aiming. You can now enable outlining while aiming just for the vehicle parts that your shell can hit. This will significantly simplify aiming at vehicles with different 3D styles and help you understand where it's better to shoot. All contour settings will be turned off by default. To enable them, you need to go to Settings, then to the Reticle tab, and then to Outlining. There you can select old or new vehicle outlining and adjust the highlighting for the specific type of obstacles. The trade-in mechanics of exchanging premium vehicles has been improved. We updated its functionality under the hood. Now you can also purchase those vehicles that are not on permanent sale for gold in the game client. So far, these changes are not visible, but they're important, and it's also important to test them. However, you can see how much more comfortable it has become to exchange vehicles. Right away, you can see which vehicles you trade in, its value in gold when exchanging, and how much you need to add to get a new vehicle. Additionally, you can now start trade-in with either the vehicle you want to exchange or the one you want to get. The game will offer you all available exchange options. The test of an additional time-limited chapter for the Battle Pass will take place on the Common Test 1.16.1. Its release won't be tied to the upcoming update, and it will appear in the game closer to the end of Season 7. And for now, you can try its mechanics. The progression system is similar to other chapters. For each completed stage, you'll be getting base rewards, the final of which will be a Tier 8 vehicle. With Improved Pass, there'll be even more rewards, and a brand new 3D style will await you at the end. The final cost of the main reward will depend on the number of completed stages. Purchasing progression stages becomes available after purchasing an Improved Pass. Please note that all values of rewards, number of stages, and Battle Pass points required to complete one stage are not final, and the reward tank is just a placeholder vehicle. The access to the temporary chapter doesn't depend on the progress of other chapters, and you can start completing it any moment when it's available. It also must be activated manually. However, don't delay it, because the temporary chapter will be filled in only with those points that are earned after the chapter activation. You won't be able to invest previously earned points to the progress of this chapter. That's its main difference from regular chapters. The launch of the temporary chapter on the Common Test is required, first of all, to test its mechanics. That's why all rewards and their values are not final. They will be adjusted and changed right up to the release. You can learn more on our website. Master the art of strategy. Play the updated Frontline. Get even more rewards with the temporary Battle Pass chapter. Try the improved tank contour outlining, and exchange premium vehicles for new ones with comfort. Come to the Update 1.16.1 Common Test. Good luck on the testing battlefield.